Based on the 2026 Hall of Fame tiers compiled by the Athletics' Peter Baugh and Max Boltman, very few current Vegas Golden Knights project as likely Hall of Fame candidates.
You're Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hi again from Las Vegas. Tony Cordasco and Chris Gawlik. Coming up ahead from the top, we're going to be telling you about who made the Hall of Fame tier list from The Athletic, which Pacific Division teams have the most cap space to wheel and deal with before the season begins or at the trade deadline, and what Season 1 Golden Knights are still hanging around in the league or playing professionally. Monday through Friday, 1 p.m., catch our show on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. And you could find SSSEN on Cox Cable Channel 77 and on YouTube TV. Which current VGK players could someday be enshrined in the Hall of Fame in Toronto? The Athletic broke it down into 6 tiers. Could probably retire, and they are in. Probably in, still rising. Keep compiling, outside shots, on track, and you should just check back in a few years. Before we dig in, Chris, they took Alex Pietrangelo off of the tiers because he hasn't played in over a season now. They pretty much consider him retired, but would Alex Pietrangelo be a Hall of Famer? I say yes. Twice Cup champion, top pair defenseman. He's basically retired, as I mentioned, but he's not listed in any of these tiers. I say no-brainer for Petro, but does he go in as a St. Louis Blue or as a Golden Knights? They don't do that with the bus, do they?
I don't know if they do that with the NHL or not. If they do it based on teams, he would be a Blue if he goes in. It's pretty, I think,
St. Louis Blues player.
No, I mean, starting there, I think Pietrangelo, surefire lock, 100% Hall of Fame. I don't think we say it like that, but very likely makes a very good case. Would be kind of strange if he did not make it in on the first ballot, I think is a better way to say that. Only reason I don't say surefire, that's going to be your Connor McDavid types, your Wayne Gretzky types, your elite number one, no questions asked. And I think Pietrangelo comes in a tier below that, which is still makes him a very, very likely Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So this counts as already, since he's not played in a year, one of you have to be 5 years removed from the league before retired. Before
I don't know if it's removed or not under contract. I honestly don't know which.
Interesting.
One it is.
Yeah, that'd be pretty interesting. Is the countdown on? Is it 4 years now for Petro? No Golden Knights on. They could retire today and make it list. That's reserved for players like Sidney Crosby. Your guy, Patrick Kane, Sergei Bobrovsky, Erik Karlsson, and Nikita Kucherov. There are no Golden Knights on the still rising list. Alexander Barkov, Austin Matthews is there. Cale Makar, he's definitely going to make the Hall. He's a Hall of Famer, I think, just about already. What more does Makar have to do?
No, Makar, I think when Makar's career is up, I think he's one of the top 2 or 3 best defensemen ever.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's one of the best, I think, that I've seen, right? And the keep compiling list that is, again, just keep adding on to your resume. And they have Brent Burns, Artemi Panarin. I don't think's done enough currently, but again, it's keep compiling. But Corey Perry.
Brent Burns keep compiling. He's about to break Phil Kessel's Iron Man streak this season.
Yeah, I think he's
done so much. I'd put him on the next tier. I don't think keep compiling. What's he going to keep compiling to get the 18?
Break every record that he can. Yeah, for sure. But Panarin, I don't agree with. I don't think he's on the keep compiling list. And Corey Perry, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. How is Corey Perry a Hall of Famer? Tell me.
What's Corey Perry got? 3 Stanley Cups.
Okay, he's in.
I mean, he's got the cups. He's been around without pulling just exact specific numbers.
Right.
He's got the cups. He's been around. He's still doing it at age 57. I mean, I
think he's 40.
I don't know how Corey Perry 43. Is not in the conversation for. Again, he's already not in that top tier by any means. I think he's in. I think Corey Perry's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, not first ballot. We'll see what happens there.
I think first ballot. Why not?
He's got so many teams to choose from to get his.
How are we not like in the Eichels and Marners right now? I'm kind of
We're
curious about
getting
that.
there.
Yeah, I know.
They're down.
It just
They're
seems
down
weird
tiers.
that this is not the tier that they would be in. That's all.
That's a good call. Terrific call. One Golden Knight that is in the outside shots list.
Brayden McNabb.
Yes, and Mark Stone. Mark Stone, maybe if the captain wins another cup, puts in 2 to 3 more seasons, that's the only way I think I would put him in. No major awards, but captain of a cup team. You also have in this category outside shot. You've got Ryan O'Reilly, age 35. He's running out of time, I think, and not sure about other names on the list like a Jamie Benn. Claude Giroux is 38 years old. Braden Point would have to do, I believe, a lot of work, but still has time. But Mark Stone on the outside shots list, he keeps surprising us because remember last year, there was all this conversation about whether or not he makes Team Canada for the Olympics. And he went out, did like a PR push there to make sure that, and the Golden Knights, I think, helped him along to get there, to get his name on that list. And yeah, he showed he belonged, but he's sort of an underdog, right, in what he's been doing, but he keeps achieving, the outside shots list. Who knows? Mark Stone.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got some more time, and of course we have some geographical bias to Mark Stone, so you wonder how he's looked at from around the league. And in Vegas, it's going to be his points per game and his great leadership outside. And again, this is where the politics get involved. Outside of Vegas, it gets injured, comes back game 1 of the playoffs, and that's going to probably negatively impact some of the voting. Surefire, lock him in. No. He's probably in the right tier. He's not still accumulating. He's on the twilight of his career right now.
Mhm.
If there's another Stanley Cup involved, which that would be a lot of fun this year or
Yeah.
thereafter for the Golden Knights, if Stone's a part of that, I think that elevates his chances a lot. I think Mark Stone is the first, number 61 is the first number that hangs from the VGK rafters. So that might have some value too. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. And who gets the first statue? I know there's been 100 candidates. But does captaincy, does that have a lot of weight? Would be something I think we should discuss.
I think a long-term captaincy has a lot of weights. I think a long-term. He's first one, since 2020, since the COVID season, if I'm not mistaken, or 2021, something like that. So we're talking a 5-year captain now. That's very good in this league because players turn over not as much as coaches, but not much less than coaches either. And you can make a real good case for Mark Stone. He's obviously, when we get to the Marner and Eichel tier, obviously Mark Stone's going to be retired in the next 1 to 3 seasons, we'll call it, which means that's when the clock starts.
Yeah, for sure. I think if he gets another cup, then he'll move up a couple.
Another cup, it's a lot, whether it's first or there soon after.
Yeah, a pair of current Golden Knights you're mentioning, of course, and of course we finally get there. Golden Knights players that are on track. They are on track to make it to the Hall. I feel that we are still watching Jack Eichel and Mitch Marner grow. I think their best days still are ahead of them. For Eichel to make it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, at 29, there's definitely still some upside.
Oh,
possibly.
Sure.
But what upside are we looking at? I mean, Eichel's back-to-back 90-point seasons would have been 100 last year if it wasn't for some injuries and things like that. You can argue he hits 100 points last season as well. So, yeah, Eichel's a cup winner. He's a
Olympic gold medalist.
Say what you want about that.
Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, there's a lot to
He's
like
not there
about him.
yet. Here's the thing. Eichel has to win. Same with Marner. They have to win individual awards, I think, to get there too.
I think consideration. I think high consideration is probably the better way to put that. If someone like Jack Eichel if you're looking at his Stanley Cup pedigree or his Hall of Fame pedigree, let's say 10 years from now, and it's a one-time Stanley Cup winner, been a Selke finalist in 3 of the last 8 seasons of his career, stuff like that. I think obviously winning an award will certainly help, but being among the best, the highest considered will definitely carry a lot of weights.
Yeah, and then Mitch Marner, what would Toronto fans do and say if Marner goes into the Hall of Fame in Toronto, in that city.
Yeah, no, I mean, finally they got a winner. No, I mean, Marner and Eichel both are going to have the same challenges, and there are concerns outside of Vegas with respect to other media members who are involved in the
A
voting.
lot
They
of
both
a
pissed
lot
off
of
their
Canadian press probably
Yeah, no,
involved, right?
they both pissed off their fair share of American and Canadian press,
Yeah.
and that also does carry some weight, fair, foul, or otherwise.
Coming up next, which teams in the Pacific Division have the most cap space remaining? We'll talk about it next on Locked On Golden Knights. Baseball fans, if you think you know who's hitting a home run today, FanDuel is giving you a free chance to call your shot with Daily Dingers. It's easy to play. Just make your free pick for who you think will hit a home run in their next game. And if you are right, you receive a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. Best of all, you can make a free pick every day throughout the MLB season. Daily Dingers is another fun way to stay engaged with every day's games, whether you are following your favorite team or keeping an eye on matchups across the league. Every game has someone capable of going deep. Now you get a chance to make your prediction on the very first pitch. Sometimes it's a hitter who's been on a hot streak. When you're looking into this, a favorable pitching matchup, even a ballpark that tends to give up home runs, a lot of home runs. And those are always the first things that I look at when making the Daily Dinger selection. And again, there are certain players where every at-bat feels like something big could happen. And that's, again, what goes into handicapping Daily Dingers. One of my favorite parts of baseball is that every day it has fresh matchups and new storylines. And Daily Dingers gives you another reason to pay attention before that first pitch. So, are you ready to play your game today? Join all the action at FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com to play Daily Dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer. Play ball and swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB. Tony Cordasco and Chris Gawlik from Las Vegas. We appreciate you tuning in. As always, thank you from all parts of the world. We definitely appreciate you. The folks of Singapore, we should not neglect those folks. They're number 3 in countries here, still holding steady and still growing that fan base there. Please subscribe to our Locked On Golden Knights YouTube channel. So we want to look at cap space. I have the numbers here. And from the bottom up, and this is according to capspace.com, the Golden Knights are the only team in the Pacific Division now that are in the red. They are $8.66 million in cap room. They are way, way, way over the cap. But of course, this does not count again. Keep in mind Alex Pietrangelo, because he's just doing his campaigning for Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah. I'm on Puckpedia, so our numbers might differ a tiny bit throughout this, but I'm still showing 8.6. Pietrangelo's 8.8, but let's see if Alex Holtz is on the roster day one. You know, players like that. Let's see.
That's going to put him. That's going to put the Golden Knights way over the cap if you have Holtz on.
No, Holtz is right now counting against the cap space, but yeah, we'll see.
How much is how much salary for him?
$835,352.
Wow.
They got so Holtz was like, give me $2 more or trade me right effing now, I guess. Yeah, we know the Golden Knights circumstances. They're up against it, but as time goes on, they find a way to not be up against it.
Yeah. And of course, they're going to still try to finagle something. They're still out there very much kicking the tires,
unless it's something crazy like a Larkin. I think it's quiet unless it's a PTO for a Reeves or a Riley Smith or something.
Man, they need it'd be good to see them get a couple of good PTOs in camp. That would help out. And then we're going to go from the bottom up, and the LA Kings close to 2 million, 1.78 million in space. So they've done pretty much all of their work. And you say that team won't win a cup over the next decade.
Yeah, they're in a weird spot. Number one, and that's a clean 1.7 million. Looks like there's no players that are going to be hitting LTIR or anything like that I'm aware of. So not much cap space there. And LA's been trying to make some deals and make some moves, and it's not the easiest place to entice people to play for a few different reasons, but a good roster. Panarin's there, and we'll see how it shakes out. But the Kings are not known to be a very aggressive team trade deadline and stuff like that.
The Sharks have been aggressive, and of course, they have some scraps. Why, man, I got to tell you, Celebrini did a great job in leaving a little shred there, some breadcrumbs for this team to work with. But they have over $3 million, right, in cap space.
No, they have closer to $11 million. I'm assuming Logan Couture is on the Alex Pietrangelo plan.
Got you. So it'll be over 11. It'll be over 11.
And again, someone could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just assuming Couture at age 37.
Otherwise, it would still be 3, and they could still get someone signed.
Yeah, it would be 3 or 11, but there's also a bunch of players who are on two-way deals that can be moved around as well. So I mean, this team is so good. There's the upside of the Sharks is amazing, and the fact that they have somewhere between $4 and $12 million to work with. I mean, it's going to be an interesting year in San Jose.
Yeah, and the Pacific Division, the cap hit is well below the league cap, giving a lot of teams some significant dollars, significant cap space. Do the Edmonton Oilers still have over $4 million remaining?
Edmonton 4-7.
4-7,
and
yeah.
I'm not seeing any LTIR or anything like that.
Yeah.
One of their goalies will likely get moved around. So if Levi goes to the Bakersfield AHL, that'd be another 800,000. So yeah, they have a little bit of room to work with in Edmonton.
I think they're going to
add another piece. Absolutely,
I think they will.
Probably save that for the deadline. Honestly,
yeah, it's interesting. And then the Ducks, $9.07 million in cap space, but they do have to sign Cutter Gauthier, but he's an RFA, and they're still talking about $15 million.
Gauthier, what do you have? 35 goals last season.
Yeah.
Gauthier is gonna look at Leo Carlsson and say, "I'm a better scorer than he is." Yes,
oh
he's
my goodness,
I'm a winger.
How about
Gauthier,
that?
It won't be a penny less than 15 AAV.
15, right?
Anaheim or offer sheeted there otherwise.
Yeah, that's interesting. So they have 9.07, and they still have to make more room. Cal Gary, $14.88 million in cap space. Why do these teams seem to, historically, a lot of teams hang on to that cap space, and then it's much ado about nothing? I don't understand it. So the bottom 3 here are Cal, Gary, Seattle, and Vancouver. Well, they're the top 3, actually. So 14.88 for Calgary. Seattle has 18.41 million. And then Vancouver, which won't win a cup over the next decade. They were the number 1 team, right? Yesterday, 21.99 million in cap space.
Yeah, I mean, real fast back to Anaheim. They do have a couple of players that might come off contract the following season. Killorn and Kreider, depending if that's $12 million. So they may not be in that bad of a circumstance. But the 3 teams you mentioned, I mean, starting with Seattle, they can have $30 million available, and they just can't get players.
No one wants to go there. No one wants to go to Seattle.
No one wants to go there unless it's what Chandler Stevenson did, who took probably 35% higher than what his true market was to go there. And, it's unfortunate if you're going to play, at least for now, the mindset, if I'm going to Seattle, you better pay me because I don't want to be there for whatever reason. You mentioned Calgary and their circumstances. So Calgary's not a team that just spends money if it's there. They don't, they're not Kelly McCrimmon, and they're not the 9-year-old version of Kelly McCrimmon in a Toys R Us with an unlimited Amex, just going supermarket sweep style in the Lego aisle. They're gonna spend based on what the income of the team is, which is questionable in Calgary. New arena around the corner, so maybe they'll start doing something to get going. And then Vancouver, that's just a team that has absolutely no direction, no identity. Although getting Zeev Buium maybe was a sign of trying to shore up something in the future. Obviously, he's going to be known as the replacement for Quinn Hughes, which is not fair by any means. But Buium might be a sign of the Canucks looking to trade for future pieces. Then they get some cap space as these kids develop, and all of a sudden you make a couple moves and you're back. But I don't think those days are anywhere coming soon.
Yeah. So teams like Seattle and Vancouver have the largest projected cap space in the division, while VGK is the most constrained. And we'll see if there are
No
any other
salary cap,
moves.
Tony. No salary cap in Vegas.
There is no salary cap in Vegas. It's a city full of a lot of Hall of Famers projected. I don't know what tiers we're on here. Okay. With the retirement of season one Golden Knights defenseman Brad Hunt after 14 years, we look at what members of VGK's inaugural season are still playing pro hockey. Coming up next on Lockdown Golden Knights. Welcome back on Lockdown Golden Knights from Las Vegas. Tony Cordasco and Chris Gawlik reporting. We appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Again, please subscribe to our Lockdown Golden Knights YouTube channel. Brad Hunt, forgot about this guy, announced his retirement after 14 seasons. He also won a gold medal with Team Canada at the World Championships, played in 288 regular season NHL games, 58 games with VGK in his initial season. He played in Finland this final season, and I remember Hunt as being a not too big of a guy, like 5'9". Well, you forgot about like in skates, so he's about 6'4". Just depends on your skates. No, he's 5'9", right? I just remember him not being a big guy, but playing on the blue line and pretty gritty.
Yeah, I mean, just one of those circumstances where injuries happen, things change, and all of a sudden you're in. And Hunt made a career of being ready and able, and good on him for being around as long as he could.
Yeah. And where are some of the players from season one? We do have the original Misfits, the oft injured Golden Knight, William Karlsson. Karlsson's there. We have Jonathan Marchessault is still in Nashville somehow. They've been talking about trading him here ever since he arrived, I think, in Nashville. Riley Smith, Smithfit instead of Misfit. I'm going to call him Smithfit today. He doesn't have a hockey team, right? Currently, still.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
looking?
he'll be somewhere come September.
You think it's if we had a tier, he's in the still looking category?
Yeah, sure.
Or time to rent your house out again category? Which
Go.
one? Let's see who else is on this list. Alex Tuck went to Buffalo, then signed the big deal in Washington. Nate Schmidt, Winnipeg. He won the Cup with Florida a couple of seasons back, which
Utah,
is
right? Utah for Nate
Utah.
Schmidt.
That's it. But he went to.
There was a stint in Winnipeg. Yep.
Okay, he went to Winnipeg. That's right. He played for Utah, so we saw that with the shaved head, which was a different look. Is Colin Miller still playing? Do you know? Last I saw Winnipeg.
Colin Miller, Winnipeg.
Okay.
But only 18 games last year.
If I keep guessing Winnipeg, I've got to be right on one of them.
Well, he's either a healthy scratch for a lot or injured. I'll probably assume injury.
I keep forgetting, he's still around. That's surprising.
Yeah, 33 years old. He's 33. Some time left if he wants.
Yeah, to move up a tier. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare retired now. Special assistant, I think, with Tampa, if I'm not mistaken.
He'll be great behind the bench one day.
Yeah, he's super. And I think every player loves that guy too. Tomas Nosek, really, I like this guy's game. I was a fan of Nosek. Physical guy, signed with VGK in 2017-18, played 4 seasons here before going to Boston. Now playing in, is it Czechia? No, it's Czechia.
Last I saw was Florida for Nosek. I don't know if he took a deal to go play overseas.
Yeah, he's overseas. I think he's overseas.
Okay, yeah, they haven't. So he hasn't started yet because his hockey DB stats aren't updated yet. So
okay, yeah. But what are your thoughts about Nosek? I love this guy. I thought he was a solid
gritty
player.
Center, reliable, decent in the circle. Tough. If I recall, fine.
Yeah, 4 seasons though here in Vegas, which I didn't think it was that long of a stint, to be honest.
So that's a lifetime in Vegas.
Yeah, we'll go through this list. Eric Halla, the hit by Patrick Marleau, the bad leg injury.
Yeah, I remember.
Stretchered off of the ice.
I remember that.
Were you at that game? I just remember.
No, that was in
watching
Toronto. That
it.
was on the road. That was on
Oh,
the
it was
road.
on the
when it
road. I
happened,
thought
but
it was here for some
no,
reason.
it was on the road. I remember I was in my boss's office doing some work, and we had the game on the tube TV at that time. And yeah, it was unfortunate.
So Hala, where's he playing now? I thought he was
LA.
That's what I thought. Okay, he is still hanging
Yep,
around.
absolutely.
David Perron won't go away. Last I saw, I thought it
Free agent.
was okay. It was Ottawa though, and now he's a free agent. Is that
Ottawa
it?
or Detroit?
Okay, and he would be
Detroit.
enshrined. He'd be enshrined as a St. Louis Blues player too. He would be enshrined.
Yeah, that's where
I
he
always think of
certainly
him
had
as
his
St.
heydays.
Louis. Didn't he go back? He played there.
He went back a little bit.
Left, went back for a minute. Yeah, you can't go home.
He's on the Riley Smith career plan.
I wonder if he rented out his house there and how to get it back, kick out people. Still, some other names. Brayden McNabb still with VGK. Shea Theodore is obviously with the Golden Knights. Lucas Spiza is retired. Is that it? I think he's retired.
Yeah, his last stats are 2020, 21, one game with the Preds.
That was it. He's been out of the league for that long.
Yeah, and not doing anything else either. So,
oh wow. Oscar Lindbergh is in Europe.
He's still going. Yeah, he's put up good numbers. I saw whatever league he's playing in, Swiss or Czech or Sweden. He put up 67 points last year as a 34-year-old. Let's go.
Bring him back.
Born October 29th.
Vadim Shipachyov,
let's go.
KHL Hall of Famer. He's probably on a high tier there in the KHL for the Hall of Fame. Where's that Hall of Fame? Moscow, maybe?
I don't want to know.
John Merrill retired. John Merrill's retired.
Is he retired?
I think so.
He played 24-25. Okay, yeah, so nothing in 25-26. It's funny when you look at Hockey DB, click on John Merrill and Cody Eakin. That 17-18 Golden Knights team had some hair. Oh my God, they had some lookers. they were ahead of the mullet game before it became popular.
I'm just trying to think who else did I miss? Brendan Leipzig.
No, I mean I got some random names. I'll just start clicking
Leipzig
here.
KHL.
Who are you talking?
Brendan Leipzig.
Yeah, Leipzig. We don't need to talk about him.
KHL.
Brandon Peary, remember him? I see the talk, but Peary was last with the Rockford Ice Hogs. He's another
the Peary go round. The Peary go round. They sent him back and forth between Chicago like every game.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I remember him. Is that it?
We're done.
No other random names. Thank you so much for making Locked On Golden Knights your first listen today. For your second listen, check out the Locked On NHL podcast. No off season. It brings you the daily league-wide stories each and every day with the local coverage you love from Locked On. See you tomorrow right here on Locked On Golden